cross-border neobanking platform Vance has bagged $5.8 million in a seed round led by Hummingbird Ventures. This round also saw participation from Global Founders Capital, Y Combinator, Soma Capital, and some angels. Now, Vance is essentially building a global neobanking platform that will enable customers to access banking services across the world. The funds will be used for new products, expansion, and hiring. Joining me now to discuss this further is Parth Garg, the founder and CEO of Vance. Parth, thank you so much for joining us on the show. You're a neobanking platform that will enable customers to access banking services across the world. You're yet to launch, so why don't you take me through your launch plans? How soon will you launch? And what are the kind of services you're going to launch when you start the company?
First of all, thank you so much for having me on the show today. It's lovely being here. As to our launch plans, we're starting off with a couple of key markets for us. It's going to be UAE, India, and UK, India. And one of the first products that we are launching is actually a remittance product. I believe that banking comprises of 5 different pieces, and payments is one of the most important one. So we really want to nail down payments. So we're starting cross-border transactions, remittances from UAE and UK to India, and these will be at live rates and zero cost.
All right. Okay, you've raised $5.8 million. Take me through how you plan to use these funds. What's on top of the agenda at this point in time?
Definitely. So Vance's mission is to get as close to the payments as possible, because that's where we think our moat is going to lie. So a lot of the funds are going to be used to get licenses in a bunch of regions we want to launch. We're going to be scaling up our tech to be able to handle the volume that we want to foresee. And we're going to be using the funds for marketing and hiring, because we want to get the best talent out there, because we're building something that hasn't been done before. And so we need the brightest minds on board.
Right, so a lot of it is going into the products and also hiring the right team. You're also going to use the funds to, you're focusing on remittances at this point in time, but you're also looking at other newer products. Can you take me through those plans as well? What's the next step?
Definitely. The next step is obviously launching a savings product. So we want to enable customers in UAE and UK to open a Vance account. And that Vance account will essentially let them bank in multiple corridors. So they have one single interface that they can use to bank in UAE, bank in India, or bank in UK. And as we keep adding corridors, the single platform will let you access banking infra of all these countries. So imagine using Pay Now in Singapore and UPI in India through the same platform.
All right. Got that. So also, one of the things is you're planning on building an all-encompassing banking platform that will allow users to manage separate accounts, exchange currencies, like you just said, and eventually invest in equities as well across markets. How soon will we see this happen, and what are the challenges you anticipate?
So the biggest challenge for a company like us is always regulatory, right? So we're working pretty hard on building our own legal engine. So getting the best talent on board, going and understanding the legal complexities in each market. And the equities product is something that we're planning on launching in the second half of 2023.
All right, in 2023. Can you explain to us what your revenue model is going to look like? What's the business model going to be?
Definitely. So like a classic neobank, right? We're going to make money on the float that the customers keep with us. There's going to be a lending product, plus any insurance or investments that we do, we take a cut on that. So there are multiple revenue streams, and we're going to tap in all of them to make money.
All right. Your goal is also to build a borderless banking account that opens up realms of using banking products that are currently not possible. So take us through what you mean by this and how soon do you think this will happen? Also, like we just discussed, every country has their own banking regulations. So quite a few challenges ahead then.
Definitely. I mean, that's one of the reasons that something like this hasn't been made, right?
Yeah.
But as more and more people are going global, this is something that needs to be done. And a lot more countries are getting relaxed regulations and they're allowing cross-border trade to happen. So we see something like this over the next 3-4 years to be actually possible. So the timing of this is actually fantastic. Yeah.
All right, so it's going to take 3-4 years for this to happen seamlessly. Now you have big global expansion plans, like you said. You're going to go live in the UAE and UK as soon as you launch, as well as in additional countries. Take us through these plans. How soon will we see this happen, and which country is going to be the focused geography for you?
Definitely. So we're starting off by targeting NRIs to begin with. That's our first target audience. And we're going after countries that have a high concentration of NRIs. So it's countries like UAE, countries like UK, Singapore, US. And these are the first corridors we want to go after. And additionally, we're going after corridors that haven't had remittance as a product evolve much. So if you look at the South African corridor, the cost of remittance is still 7 to 8% per transaction. And those are some of the corridors we really, really want to go after so that we can build banking and payments rails and make those corridors much, much cheaper.
Okay, so you're making those corridors much cheaper. Now your team, like you said, is currently only 10 members. What's the hiring plan? Are you going to have people across these geographies as well?
I don't think so. We really believe in building from India, and we were one of the first fintechs to actually build from India for the globe. So I think a large portion of my team will be from India, but I guess a few regulatory and risk people are someone we need to hire in each geography specifically, according to the regulations.
All right. And what's the potential you see for borderless banking, like going forward?
I mean, so it's as simple as if I think about sending $10 to the US or something, it just doesn't strike my mind, right? Because it's
Right.
so hard, it's so complex, and the fees is so high. When you enable cross-border banking to that ease, there is a plethora of opportunity and plethora of use cases that spring out, right? Now, commerce and activities and investments and work can be seamless because payments has been solved for it. And that's what we see as the next step.
All right, that's what you see as the next step. Well, Parth, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, on that note, it's time for us to take a short break. But